Hi everyone, welcome to another Mind Wellness video. So this video is all about the art of the reframe. And very simply put, it's your ability to experience a situation in a different way. So you're taking the exact same situation, circumstance, event, and you are actively seeking a different way of seeing it and experiencing it. So you're not adding things that aren't there already. You're looking for things that are there, but are not necessarily obvious to you. And I'm talking about challenging situations when you want to reframe. So I'm going to give you such a basic example. The other day I was working very hard. I was under a tremendous amount of pressure. And my son asked me if I could give him a lift to his friend. And it just was not the right time. And I could feel myself getting frustrated and irritated and playing out in my mind what was going to happen because I was going to be late with this deadline, and then my tone of voice changed with him and his towards me, and. Anyway, I reluctantly got in the car. I started to drive. As I drove, I looked around. You know when the sun starts to set and you get this magnificent pink glow, where all the colors around you seem to become luminous. I looked up in the sky and there were the most beautiful clouds in all sorts of shapes. And they were lit up in this magnificent fluorescent orange and pink. And it was incredibly uplifting. And as I drove, I thought to myself, if I was still in my office, I would never have seen this. This incredible moment would have passed me by. And the reframe took place there and then. You know, it was the actively seeking out in that moment of stress, of not wanting to leave my office, of having to go and drop my son off. There I was, and there was this beautiful showing that just shifted my state and filled my heart with so much joy. And so in that moment, the reframe was, I'm so lucky that my son pulled me out of the office, away from this deadline, away from the work, so that I could experience this. And then I took it one step further. I did the gratitude that I mentioned a while ago. And I said, Michael, thanks. Thanks for this opportunity. Thanks for the gift. You know, I would have missed this magnificent spectacle. So thank you so much. And so what I'd like you to think about when it comes to the reframe, and as I said, that's such a basic example, because sometimes we face huge challenges with tremendous loss, and it's not easy to do a reframe. And it's not appropriate to do a reframe in certain circumstances and situations. Sometimes a lot of time is needed. How often do you go through challenges when after a period of time you can look back and then you can see the other side of the coin, you know, the other side of the tremendous loss or the tremendous challenge? But as I was saying to you, what I'd like you to think about is the word and. So, I'm under pressure. I have a deadline. I don't want to have to leave the office. I don't want to have to get in the car and drive in the traffic. And at the same time, I get to see a sunset. I get to spend some time in the car with my son. We catch up. I look at nature around me. I connect with people. I'm having a break. My battery's being recharged. I'm ready to move to the next step. So I call it the art of the reframe because it takes on many different shapes and sizes, and you'll find what works for you. What's important is to actively seek something positive, like my dog in the background. Is to actively seek something positive in a situation. And remember, where your attention goes, your energy flows. When you focus on the other, not just seeing it the one way, but seeing it the other way, you start to train yourself to see it that way. There's the neuroscience. What you practice grows. The more you do it, the easier it gets. And then you move towards having that growth mindset. And that is it, the art of the reframe.